Hello everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements from wreaths, swags, things for the home decor, things for the garden decor, sympathy tributes, weddings, business arrangements and much more. He's here already. He's been sat on his bed all day. Right, today I'm going to make another swag. I've got this one left because it's only a small one, so I wanted to use it up, and I've placed an order for some larger ones. So I've added in some more flocked pine needles and I've attached them with a cable tie down the main spine. I have grabbed some spruce and just twisted it on the back to hold it in place so it doesn't move while we are creating. So go over there, you've been there all morning. First of all, I've made a bow. Now I've left the ribbon out in case I want to add some more ribbon. I've done quite a big bow because we are going to do it in silvers, greys and whites. Somebody liked the blue one and asked if I could do one in silvers with white. So that's what we're going to do. So I've done the silvery white, it was silver really, in 6-inch loops. The grey one with the white Christmas tree on, as you can see it there. I've done that in 5.5-inch loops. Then this white one with the silver down the edging, like a film strip effect, I've done in 5-inch. And then it's organza, what says a magical Christmas on it, I've done in 4.5-inch. And then I've just done a 2-inch one in the centre, just to cover my mechanics. So I've done that. I have been messing around to see where I want it. I like usually to put it at the top, but for some reason I think if I put it at the top I'd like to have a little one a bit further down. So hence the reason I've left the ribbon out, so you can see me do a small bow. So that is our bow. For our foliage, I have got the lamb's ear out as well as a few sage leaves. I've tried to prepare today. I've been cutting virtually, well I say yeah, I've been cutting it all down and trying to think, well, we will need that. There's some things I haven't cut down because I don't know how long I want them. So I have got the lamb's ear out and the sage leaves, because I may place some of this around the centre. I've got out a few bits of tarrogan, which is also the same texture as the lamb's ear, and I've placed some of these off of the main stem on picks. And I got this from Lily Jade's Floristry Wholesale, as well as the lamb's ear and the sage leaves. I've also got out some conifer. I thought we may put some of those in just to give that Christmas effect. And at the same time I've got some of these, I've got lots of these, which are a rubbery texture. The main spine is wired, but the pine needles are all floppy and they are rubber. So, and they feel lovely. So I've got out a whole bunch here. They did have a rubber coating on the bottom to hold it, you know, all the stems together, but I think I've got it, yeah, here, a little rubber pipe where all they were in was there, holding them together as one bunch. Oh, I've got some more conifer there. I've also got this from Lily Jade's, the dusty twine fern, which I call fiddlehead fern. I've got a few of those out again for our movement and our airiness, and also to give a little bit of different texture from all the others. Now, I've got 2 bunches of this out, but I don't think I'm going to need 2. But I haven't cut these down. This is the silver eucalyptus, or the grey silver. And I got this from my local Tesco. They've got gold, black, obviously green, silver. So I thought, let's get a few of each. So I've got some of this. Again, I haven't cut them because I may be snipping at these. Now I've got out some tree fern. I've cut 3, I think, down. Oh yeah, 3 small ones, and I've left 2 long ones. These are very heavily glittered, and because I want to make this swag look bigger than it is. So I've gone for bigger leaves, and these are from Lily Jades again, and these are very heavily glittered with some sequins on them. I don't know if you can see, but we've got those also. Now I've got some bay leaves. I've cut these off a bunch. I didn't, because I only want these dotted around, so I've cut these all into different sizes. And again, they are also heavily glittered. And I found these oddments in the bucket as I was searching through it, and I thought, well, I could put a few of these around the bow or around the top, just to give it like a border around it to make it stand out a little. There's a lot of silver. Now I have got bits of white willow, so I've got those out, smaller stems. I haven't got a lot out. If I need any more, I'll grab them. So I've got some of those. I've also got out white eucalyptus glittered as well. There's a lot of glitter, so I want it to be sparkly. So we've got that also. Now, I've got these out. Whether I'll use them or not, I don't know. Some white, bit iridescent. They look like quills to me, but feathers. They only come on a stem like that. So I've got some of those out, maybe again to put around the edging as well. Now I've got these out. I don't know if I'm going to put these in, guys. I just got them out as a backup. I only got 5 out, but the white, these are now like a felty type, rubbery texture, but wispy bits. So I've got those as well. And I've also got out some white feathers, because I thought that would look nice to have some white feathers. And I've also taken these and placed these on a pick. That's why I've got this on, because so I didn't burn my fingers. And I've pulled them off of a paper stem and placed them on picks with the little grass and baubles on, and the odd little white berry again for wispy bits. I was looking at those, of placing those around also on the edging. Now I'm not sure about these, but I've got these out as well, the big acorns. I've got quite a lot of these, so I thought we could have those in if we don't have, or place them around the bow at the bottom, you know, or not even put them in, who knows, depending on if we have a bow. Now I've got some white poinsettias. I've only got 4 out. I wanted 5, but I've got 4 here of white poinsettias with a bit of silver glitter around the tips of the petals as well. And then I've also got these miniature heavily glittered poinsettias as well in silver. So we've got those out again. Now I've cut these down, 2 of them, into different lengths. I don't know whether I'm going to use all 3. I may not even use any, but we've got our silver. If we don't have a bow, I could place one of them here and maybe one above there. Who knows? We'll see. But I cut one small, then one medium, and then one long. So that's the original length of the stem, if I can get it, of the poinsettias. Now, I've only got 2 of these left now. I've been using a lot for customer orders, but I've got 2 ice skating boots left as well. And I did actually think they would look nice above the bow at the top as well. I couldn't quite make my mind up what I want to go at the top. So that's what we've got for our, let me turn my sleeves up, our project for today. So I'm wanting to place on the bow first. So let's just, and I'm going to attach this around. Do I place it at the top? I'm going to place it at the top. I'm going to flatten it down. That's what I do. So I've got it where it can sit. Flatten it down a little and then place the cable tie, what's holding the bow, around the main spine. Let's just sit it into place before I pull on it. And thank you guys for your wonderful comments. I really do appreciate it. Right, let's have a look. That one. Let's just get these right. Going to flatten some of those as well. So there is our bow. Now I'm going to start, let's just move those out of the way. I'm going to start, I think, with the big tree fern. Oh, my coffee. I decided to make myself a coffee today because nobody's in. So I've had no choice. So let's get cracking, guys. So I'm going to attach, I haven't cut the cable tie, this to the main stem. Let's just cut that cable tie. It is another horrible day today. Raining, windy. I went to the dentist this morning. I'm just wrapping a bit of the spruce around the stem just to hold it in place. Just bend that one forward a little. Now I call these the shoulders because it's the widest point of our swag. And then I only want to put 5 in because they are quite big. And then I'm going to go around here, which I call the ribs, or and I'm just bending it downwards. And I'm going to go up at an angle, so it sits like that. You can see all the glitter coming off. And I want one at the bottom. And I'm just going to manipulate this one as well, even though it's at the bottom. And if you feel that you've got some heavy stems and you still think that you want them a bit more secure, you can always place a cable tie around. Or again, a bit of the spruce. I'm just going to wrap a little bit of the spruce around, just to hold it in place. And I'm just going to so we've got that. I'm sure I had a bigger one. I just want to bring one of those up there and then 2 to fill in there. So this is where I'm putting it at the top. Again, I call the neck area. And as you go further along, you can place or glue the stems onto other stems. Just bring that forward a little. So then we have that. Now I'm going to, let's just have a look which ones to place in. Yeah, I'm going to place in these rubbery pine needles, with them being quite long. And again, as you can see, quite nice. They really do feel nice with the rubbery texture. So I'm going to bring these up here, and with them being floppy here, that's going to give movement. I'm just going to take some of the stem off. Let me just grab 2 of the pine needles around here and hold it there. And I'm going to bring some in here. Let's cut a few. And I'm just placing them on top of each other so I can get the same length stem. I want to add a little bit of green in because I want the silver to pop from the silver to pop from the green. And again, I'm just slightly bending the tips of them. I think I'm going to place one up there as well. I don't know if you can hear the wind, guys. Let's just cut them all down. Oh, and thank you to the lady who said that I'm very tidy. And that when you're trimming things, you've got them all over the floor. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about how, as long as you're all, you know, you're comfortable in how you, when you're designing, that's all that matters. I know a friend who I used to work with in Fresh Flowers. Oh my gosh, she had everything on the floor, but her arrangements were absolutely beautiful. And they still are. But she still does Fresh Flowers, I don't no more. And I'm going to put some here and then one at the bottom as well. Again, as soon as I go to the bottom, I go up vertical with my stems. Oh. And then the last one at the bottom. Underneath this one, I will go just slightly longer, just so you can see the tip of it. So that's what we've got at the moment with our bit of green added in. I'll wait for those. So I may bring the conifer with it. Just add some around with the pine. And I'm not going exactly behind the pine needles. I'm just going off, slightly offset. So I'll just, so it's just slightly coming away from it. Let me just try and stick that one back in. And if you don't have these conifers, you can easily get different types of conifers. I will place one exactly behind this one because again, this is part of the neck. So let's just have a look. Yeah, so again, the way I'm placing these is the pine needles is at the top and the conifer is underneath, slightly under. I'm not placing it above the pine needles. I'm going to place it just slightly under the pine needles. As you can see. So once I've done one side, then I go on to the opposite side. When you work from the back, it's quite easy to see. And I'm just filling up with greenery or foliage. And again, here's pine needles, just slightly going under it. And if you haven't got pine needles, you know, you can use fern as well. Oh, that's not gone in. And then we'll go down here also. So I'm just working my way from top to bottom. And now I've got the pine needles in and the silver fern. And that shows me where I need to then start placing the others. It's given me a small guide to where to place the other elements. Now I've got one where it's just single, so I may just place that there. Don't know why I've got one single, but never mind, let's use it. Just place that under there. So let's just have a look. And as well, you know, just fluff it up, bring some forward if you like. Just intermingle things together so it just doesn't look flat at the back. I'll bring some of the conifer slightly forward in front of the silver foliage. So because we've got the pine needles at the back. And if you want to fluff them out, bend them towards you, give them a bit of volume. Oh, where's that one gone? Two. I think I'm missing one. Oh no, it's here. Or is that the bottom? I thought I was missing one then. So then you've got it looking like that. Oh, coffee. Oh, it's a bit cold now. Right, before we carry on, let me just look at these. I may put those in. Yeah, probably. I want to see with our put those there. Let me just turn it. Maybe have them at 2 different heights, just slightly, but not too much. No, I don't want them opposite. Right. Let's see about this sage. Again, just add, I'll bring a few in. So let's just add some. I may put some on the outer side as well as bringing a few in. I've got the tarrogan for sort of like filler. And then we'll put in that. So what I want to do, let me cut this stem, is where you see the small bay leaves here, I want to just slightly maybe bring around here a lighter shade. And do that, and bringing it inwards. And the reason I'm doing that is because there's a lot of silver. So by having something soft and soft in texture as well, this is going to sort of like calm the silver down a little bit. And just placing it around where the majority of the silver is as well. That's where you'll see how it's calming. And it's just brought that, as we say, that in your face look just down a bit, because that is really in my face. So I'd want to just calm that down. Place that there. place these just around up here. And if you wish as well, you can glue things onto the back of the bow. Let me just turn that a moment. Just trying to organise the pine needles or the spruce. So as you can see, that's sort of like softened it up around, because you've got your big bow, which is silver, and then you've got these really, really beautiful fern. I think it's fern, to be quite honest. But the thing is, that's bigger than my hand, and that is there. And then you've got these two next to it. So I want to just soften those up and give them, you know, that elegant touch by adding in just something subtle. Let's just get that one out of the way. And then I'll do it also on the opposite side, and I'm going just in front of the fern, so it's just in the background now. And then I've got one here that with a longer stem that I'm going to place around here. So I'm just going to go through the stem on here. I'm not lifting it up. I'm just going to go through it and then place it in a vertical position. Like that. And then I'm going to do the same just with one at the back this time, because this isn't very big and it's not in my face. So if I place this in front of it, then it's going to hide it. So I'm going to place it in between the pine needles and the conifer. So that's softened that a little bit. Now I could easily bring one, I've got here, or place another here because it's still quite large there. Let's see, I could bring a lamb's ear in the centre instead. We'll hold back with these two because I do have other things. So now I want to put in my dusty twine fern. I could bring those in front because we've got other things that are glittery as well. So it's not that I'm blocking out all the glitter. These are airy. You'll still see the glitter behind. I'll just place these in and then show you. And you'll see what I mean. So they're not blocking the silver fern. I'll bring that one down. I may need to get a few more of those. I only bought several out. Let's just that's only got one swirly bit on, so I'll place that at the bottom. Or do I place it at the top actually? Like so. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, and again you've got those there, but I could bring that underneath here, or I could bring it just in between. Let's have a look which one looks better. I may place them more around, if I'm being honest, guys. I can get these out. So what I'm going to do, because we've got them, there's one there and 2 on the shoulders. There's nothing of this around here. So I could just place 2 at the back either side, just so it balances it, because it looks too much of a big gap in between these. So I want that to be balanced. I don't want it to look quite bare with these. So I'm just placing these at the back because they're long and they're wispy. They'll just fill in that little bit of a space. And I'm going to do the same here. Let's just lean that forward. So it's just do the same here. And just have that one at the back. So there's not a big gap. There's a big gap now. And I may do the same with these as well. Placing those there and then another one there. So I'm leaning these so they look like they're coming down. Hold on, that's not caught onto anything. So let's do it again. And then do it on the opposite side. Let's just turn it. Just bring those 2 inwards. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to now bring these ones behind, just to give that little bit of an airy feeling at the back, right at the bottom. I don't mind having them at the front on around the centre area, but at the top and at the bottom I'd like them to be behind the foliage. I don't think I'm going to want one. I've got a single one there, so I could. Yeah, we'll put a single one there. Just have a little swirl. I don't want it really too much on show. So that is with our dusty twine fern. So we don't want that now. Now do I? many have I got? 1, 2, I think I'd cut 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8. You know me, guys, I don't always use everything. It's nice to have a few things with you that's for backup, just in case something just doesn't look right. So let's see. And I'm not going to put these really high up. I only want them just popping out around the height of the dusty twine fern. I don't want them too far. I can get it in. Something along those lines, just to add a little bit of white around the back. Do the same again on this side. Let me get the spider's web or string, glue string. Like that. So I've got 8. Excuse me. Now again, just like the dusty twine fern, I don't want to bring this here and leave too much of a gap. So let's have a look. 1, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Right. So we'll do a similar thing with these. And again, I'm not going to leave the big gap. I'm putting these where, or shall I put, no, I'm going to place that at the back. Let's do it at the back. Like that. Let me just turn this and just view it. Oops, the daisy. And then I'm going to bring one slightly a bit of a more of a downward angle. So to give it that downward angle, I'm going up at a diagonal position because I want it coming out, but not too far. I think we could do with one here. So I've got too big of a gap between those. That needs to go up a little bit. Let's just glue that back in. Same with this one. I may need a couple more. Let's see. So they come on paperback, and I just tear them off. I pull them off the stem and all the paper off. So I'm going to bring those down here. And if you feel that you want to make it shorter instead of it sticking out a bit more, then just get your scissors, because I don't want these too long, and just cut up the stem to however long you just want your feathers. And I'll do that on another one. Just cut that, will cut it. So let's just measure by placing them on top of each other where I got to, so it's there. I'll cut them, stems at the same length. So then now I can place these smaller ones a bit higher up. So they won't be sticking out as much as these do. Place that where it belongs. So they're just at the bottom. Do I bring one? Yeah, let's get one at the bottom as well. Don't want those now. Did I get one at the top? I haven't got one at the top. Oh my goodness, what am I like? Trim the stem. So we'll bring one up above. I'm not shortening the stem on this one. Because That is our highest point. And then I'm going to trim this one. Let's just take that off. And then just trim a few of the feathers of, I say feathers, it's more like pampas grass. Because I don't want it too long again at the bottom. I just want a small one there. So that is with our, we'll call it pampas grass because it's more like pampas grass. So I think that's what it is. A feather to me is something like that. Right. Again, I've got wispy bits with the balls on, just to add that extra movement. I want to add in some, let's get the tag off, some eucalyptus. Again, bring a bit of silver in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll save that. Right, to add a bit of silver in around the edge again, we're going to now, in between our pampas grass, place in a bit of the eucalyptus. Again, this isn't very thick either, you can see through it. It's not a full leaf, so to speak, you know, like you would if you've got like aspidistra or something like that. Just lift that a little. So one I'm going behind here, just so you can slightly see it. Oops, I've just cut my nails. Oh, my stubbies. I am now on some things attaching the stems to other stems that are in there. I want these coming down here. Just put a slight little bend on the tip just to make it look like it's going inwards. Let's just do that one again. Can't remember where it is. Around here. We've still got that there. Again, that's where I may either put a bow, or I may actually just place a poinsettia there, because it's nice and big. I want still some more white. Let's place the poinsettia in. Let's just get it sat nice. I think that one's a little bit loose, so I'm just gonna get some brown tape just to hold that and go around right at the top of the neck, just so it doesn't keep moving. I'm just going to break a bit off. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the tape before I fasten it or carry on finishing going round, just so it stops it from moving. That's better. I think that one. I have to try and think. The bigger leaves are on the bottom, and then the three that go in the centre, on these anyway. So I may, aren't they beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to use that there. So what I'm going to do, because it's not very deep inside, before I go any further, I'm going to bend the stem upwards. So then I'm going to glue that, and then I'm going to go upwards so it can attach to the stem. Now, if you feel that it's not attaching again, place a cable tie around it if you feel you need to add that little extra bit of support. Sometimes I do. Now that's not secure enough for me, so I will get a cable tie. Oh, there's some here. And where I'll just look where the stem is, go place it through. If I can grab it. I may have to undo that one a moment. Where's it gone? There. And then bring it back through to the front. And just make sure it's catching on anything. Where's my thingies? I'll grab these pliers so I can get at it. Oh, I think I've let go. I think I've let go. There. And just threading. Let's just sit it where we'd like. Let me just turn it around, guys, because it's twisting me back. And then just snip. And then just like fluff up then your poinsettia. So I'm just fluffing up the bow again. So then we've got it now like that. Doesn't that look poinsettia look pretty there? I'm glad I didn't put another bow in. I don't need any more poinsettias. With them being extremely big, I don't think... Oh, I don't know. Oh dear. What am I like? No, I'm not going to do it. Because we've still got the white poinsettias. And we've got the little ones as well. Yeah, so no. Right. So now we've got those in. Push them aside. Let's get these baubles in. So they're out the way. How many have I got? 3. Yeah, they're all here, look. So what I'm going to do with these, I'm not having all these as close as what the others are. So I'm going to place them they'll be thereabouts. That's if they'll stay in. Just so I'm just gonna put those in. Oops, sit there. And then I've got one left where I'm going to place at the bottom. So I'm going to place those around there. And that is just to add a little bit of, again, wispiness, you know, airy feeling. But also with them being really quite thin, you know, they're airy, you can see through them. They're not going to be in the way. You won't notice them as much as obviously the bow, the poinsettia and the big silver leaves. I don't think I'm going to put those in. I don't think. Who knows? You know me, guys. So we're going to place those in now. So let's just cut a bit of the stem. And again, see what we're doing here. We're just thinking about all little things that are going to just add that little bit of extra texture and interest, also contrast. That's not grabbed on anything to your arrangement. Let's just turn it so I can get to the other side. And then one at the bottom. Do I bring that? I may place that like that. So we've just got that little bit of a whimsical touch to it. Now, we've got these other white ones. That one seems a bit limp. Wonder if it's, oh, it's come down. Oh, right, let's glue that in. Right, so that's that on. And again, another little piece of whimsical touch. I could add those in there. I could just spread these, but I could even cut these down, guys, because they are, these again are quite long. Where we've got the ones with the balls, I could easily bring just the odd few in. Do I cut it? Yeah. So I'm going to cut these in half. I'm going to pull off a few of the bits at the end, and I'm going to dot these like around where we've got the balls. Just add them in. So I'm going to do that with all of these. Just cut them. I'm folding them in half. So the one what hasn't got a stem on, I'll just pull a few off at the bottom. So then it goes further, and we've got a few more we can play with. So let's get them all the right way. We'll cut that. Right, so as you can see, I've placed one in here. Because we've got, the reason I decided to do this instead of having them on the outside is because we've got a lot of thin, whimsical, you know, elements more so around the edge. And in the centre, it's just basically leaves, full of leaves. There's no whimsical thing going off around here. So to give that little whimsical feel with its, you know, thin, we're going to just add in little bits. Again, I'm a true believer, whatever you've got on the outside, even if it's a different piece, you know, element, but it's still a slightly whimsical, bring some on the inner side as well. Doesn't matter if some of it is hidden, it's still there, you know it's there. The customers will see them dotted around. If you want to just place a little bend on them, some may be longer than others, but that's part of more of a natural look. So I'm going to bring one and I'm going to attach it to this stem here. I'm just going to have that just popping out at the bottom. Whoops, there's another one what's not glued on. I'll glue that one in. I'll place a bit of the leaf over it like so. two here. Place just a couple behind the bow. On either side. Like that, so they are dotted around. Right. Now we have, see, I don't really know whether I want those in. But I've got, again, I'm trying to keep down with too much silver. So what I'm going to do is bring not as much, because there's not really much going off here above the poinsettia. Because the tail ends of the bow are there. So we're just going to add in pieces. Is that sat like that? No. It's three. So let me just turn that around so I need something around here. So we're gonna just bring those in as well. Just around that area. I don't think. Let's just get that one in. Just push that up. It'll be slightly more hidden. That's not a bay leaf. So now we want a bit of white on the inner side. So I'm gonna use, especially around the bottom of the bow, and I could do, where's the other one? Oh, it's there. Yeah. And what I'm going to do, because under this poinsettia it's missing just something, so I'm going to have two there, one at the top, one at the bottom, so I've got like a diamond shape. So we're going to do that, and then I could place in maybe one there and then one just on the opposite side. We'll have a look, because they are quite heavy, but we'll have a look. But let's get the poinsettia in. I'm going to bend the head over on the top so you can see, and this is going to go just behind this bay leaf, but just sitting. I can get it in right. That's that one. I have to stand on my tippy toes. And then we'll do this on top of this sage leaf. So that's it. Let's just get that in correctly. spread the petals out. Bring that ball down there. That, and we'll bring these in around this area. Just see, I'm not so bothered if they're not. I don't like always the flowers to face forward, depending on if a customer has asked me that she wants to see all the, or he wants to see all the flowers facing frontwards, then I will do it. But I don't always, I mean, I will advise them, but if they still want it that way, that's fine. But I like to have them where some are facing offset, because flowers all grow in different directions. So that's how I like to sort of like give it that as much as a natural look as possible. So now we've got those in. Let's see about these. Aren't they pretty? I'm going to just turn around and I'm going to, it may need some support with a bit of spruce. It may not look right, it may look too much. I'm just gonna, oops, here we go, it's starting to move because it's heavy. I don't like the look of them both together, if you can see what I mean. Something bothers me. That one sits nicely, that one it's just immediately across. So I think to make it, wherever it's gone, different, because we've got, I could place one of those there instead, or some silver poinsettias. But then I think, because that's on that side, if I just hold it up with the bauble if I can. If you get what I'm saying, I think that would look better like that. My personal opinion. Again, I don't like doing immediate lines on arrangements. Again, you know, unless it's specifically asked for by a customer. If they want an arrangement where it's compact and they just want a row of single flowers, or you know what I mean. But when it's something like this, I don't like to see it. I like to see movement of individual elements, and also some are symmetrical, some are not. So I like sometimes when it comes to things like, you know, ornaments being placed in, that they're not, you know, immediately opposite each other, or whether it be horizontal or vertical. I like them to be at an angle. I find, from all the years of experience, I find that's more pleasing to the eye than just standing there. And I mean, I've noticed it when I've been to craft fairs, that some people have done it where it is immediately across, or, you know, vertical, and you spot that. And before you carry on looking around the arrangement, you just stand and look at it and you spot that more than anything. I'm not being picky, because the arrangements are beautiful. It's just, to me, it's more pleasing to the eye. So, you know, you may not like it like that yourselves. You know, I'm not saying that you've got to do what I say. You may have different opinions. Everybody has their own opinion. But I'm going to, on this occasion, do it in two different areas. So we're going to, and I may have to have that something like that. Let's just move that poinsettia back where it belongs. And then the other one, this may need, because it's lower down and it could easily flop, I don't want it to flop. And because this ice-skate boot is facing to your left, I want this one to face to the right as well. I don't want them, you know, the boots facing the same position. Unless if you have two boots next to each other and one is slightly higher than the other but facing the same way, then I don't mind that. But when they're in different positions, I seem to like, again, personal opinion, that they are placed just slightly opposite in not just the position or the placement of it, but also, let me just get some more on that, guys, also in the way the boot is sitting or facing. Right, I found a little bit of spruce, and I'm going to wrap that around the stem to give it that little extra support, hopefully. If I can. Right, here's that one. Put that back into place as well. And then the poinsettia. Let me pull that one out and reposition that. I think that ball's in the way, but we'll conquer it. So if you can see what I mean, they're not directly next to each other or opposite each other. They are at an angle. One boot is facing to your left, and then the other one is facing to the right at a slight angle. So I've got, and I don't think that having that there either looks odd. I could easily, well, not one of those, I mean, these little poinsettias come on stems like that. They're not very big. Ideal for things like this or anything. So because I've got a white bauble up there and white in the centre, there's two silvers parting the poinsettia. So we're going to place that there. Let's just open these. I'm not going to use these. So I'm going to start and place some things away. So they can go. I'm considering again with the tarrogan. I do want that. I don't want the feathers. So we'll get those out of the way. I just tend to narrow things down, guys. Just by having a quick look, I can see. I might put some of those in. I don't want those. They can go on the floor. And let's have a look. No, because we've got those in the middle, so we don't want the lamb's ear either. Because we've got that texture. One's come off the stem. Oh gosh, where's the stem? Oh, I don't know. Oh, let me put it on a stem. Yeah, because I've got the lamb's ear, there's the same texture as the sage. You're not going to really notice the lamb's ear because of the sage. Oh, there's the stem. So what we're going to use is them. I personally don't want, I don't want those. So I think we're going to place in a few of those and those. So watch the glitter, my darling. Watch all the glitter, because Mummy don't want you getting it everywhere. Let's just move you so you don't get it on you. So the amount of times you've gone in the house with glitter all over your feet. Yes. Oh, you're stretching now. Right, so we're going to start with the glitter poinsettias. So what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's start with 5. I don't know. Take the tags off every stem. They're very pretty. So did I have a tag yet? Excuse me, guys. So I'm going to place in where I want these. So obviously I want one opposite the boot. We've got a boot here. Now I've got a white poinsettia here and a white poinsettia here, and then nothing here what's really silver that you can see. So we're going to do the same what we've done above. So I'm just placing everything first. And because now on the slightly further out, you see we've got the silver there, so you're not really going to see that. So let's have a look. So I'm going to place one down here, I think. Just one there in between the sage. Let's have a look. Or could I put one in between the bow instead? Let's just, yeah, and I'm going to place one in between the bow. So I'm not having a lot of these in. So I'm only using 5. Let me just put my finger thingy on. I don't even know what they're called. Finger protector, is it? I don't know, guys. Right, so I'm going to just glue this in, and I've cut the stem to 1 inch. So I'm going to glue this onto the ribbon on the inside, the center. I don't think I've got any treats, Molly. Num 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 num. No, num num num. Shall I break it into pieces? Oh my gosh, I've never seen you eat so quick. I hope you eat all. Go on then. You be a good boy. I hope you're going to eat that now. I broke that up for you. I've ended up bringing some in, guys, with me. So, now white on the outer, or sort of like in there. So let's get these in. Let me just get these in. Otherwise, I'll do what I did the other day, guys, and I totally forgot with something I did. So I'm going to place that there. I'm just going to slightly bend the head forward. Let's move that out of the way. So we've got that in like that. What was that? What was that? Oh my goodness, guys, what have I dropped? I hope it wasn't a flower. I'll soon find out. So let's get this in. No, 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 no. Watch them clippers. Go and eat your treats. I bought those in for you. So, oh gosh, Molly. So we want one there. One there. One here. And we're gonna Molly, stay there. Oh, I placed that in, I think. I can't remember. Oh well. And then I'm going to put another one. Again, I'm not having everything immediately opposite. Some are going higher than others. Some are slightly lower. Just for that variation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now something's missing. I had 5. I heard it drop, guys. Oh, isn't this disgusting going through my rubbish? I had 5. I know I had 5. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5 in the centre. Don't tell nobody, guys. I'm going crazy. But I heard something drop. So that's that. It's got to be that white there, or was it? So we're going to just place in some of our tarragon around the centre first, and then we're going to place in some of our willow around between the back and the next level. Hi, hon.
Hello.
Has he done it?
What?
The line?
Yeah.
Super. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 first, around, in and around the centre. So I'm going to cut these smaller stem. And I'm saving these small picks because they will come in for something again if I need something close to the centre. Then I haven't got to use a full pick. So Now I'm going to bring the odd one in and around our ribbon, because I want the ribbon to look like it's part of the arrangement. And then I'll go under there as well. So you've got a bit of greenery around there. So we're going to bring some there. And again, I'm dotting these around where I think it's needed. A bit of filler. I can get some more of these. So let's use them all. I'm going to bring one there as well. Let's have a look. Place one there. Now let me just look on this side, because I don't want to place everything on one side. I'm going to have a look as well in my oddments bucket bag. Let's have a look. My carrier bag. Oh. Oh. We're going to add in some of those little ruscus. Gosh, I've got a few of these all at the bottom. There's two at the top. Is it two? Yeah. Oh, it's like Christmas. Any more, any more, any more? No, I can't see any more. I think that may be enough. Right, I've got some oddments, but I've obviously used off of a stem or a bunch, are not used because I've obviously cut too many down. So let's get rid of that. Oh, I'd say let's get one here. Add another little bit of texture. And this is wax with a dusty coating. This ruscus. Oh, I've got my hand stuck. And let's just bring some up here as well. Just filling it in. I've got this thing what's bugging me. Bit of fluff attached to me. So now I want one there. And when if you stand back when you're doing it, just give it a quick look, stand back, and you will notice and think something's missing there. I need that there. Because when you do your filler foliage, it doesn't always have to be uniformed if you don't want it. I don't do my filler foliage always uniformed. I have done, but not every time. Because I try to make it more of a natural look. Place that there. Now I've got one. I'm going to do that there. So I'm going to place this one just a little bit further down. Put in there. So, oh, I've got one left. I'll place that at the bottom. And I'm going to go and bring that there. So that's what we have with just a bit of filler foliage added in. Now let's have a look, guys. I've been holding off because I want to see about these. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Are they? Right. That's come off of there. Oh. Right. What I'm going to do, I can see a gap. And I'm going to place these. So now while you're looking at it and you've placed in, I've placed in that one. Now can you see on the opposite side without one in where that gap is? So if I removed it, there's a big gap here and it's bigger than my hand, about 1 inch. So that's telling me something needs to go there to take off that gap, what is giving off that missing part. And again, I do it, excuse me, also on that side. Even if it's at the back, it's just filling in little pieces. So let me just stand here. Yeah. And it's the same behind these big silver. Now everything's all fluffed up, quite full, but then when you look at the silver fern here, it's just sitting on its own. There's nothing giving it that volume to look like it's got layers upon layers. So again, by just placing something in, either in behind it, is giving that illusion that there's layers upon layers of foliage that's behind. And again, now you can see that one to that one, there's nothing behind here, so we need to do the same here. You don't have to have it right next to that, just slightly a bit further down. So because when you see through now this fern, you can see that there's something behind. So let me just turn it around. And again, you don't have to see it. You can just see that there's a different shade behind that fern. So let's just, oops, I've dropped it. And it's just basically, let me use a leaf to hold it in place. Where's that come from? Where's that come from? It's got to be from here somewhere. 1, 2. Where's it gone? Yeah. Oh my good gracious me, right, I can see. So let's get a pick in it. It's come from here. So, and again, now if you look, now it's a different position now. If you look here, I can place my hand straight through it. Now, I don't want that unless that's the look or design that I'm going for. So just to, you know, fill it up a little bit more, I will place in one of those. Let me just go and get some more. If I can get them. Oh, they're right at the back. Oh. There we go. Let's pull them forward. Right. So it's the same scenario with what was above. So by standing away from it, you will see just little bits like that. I've got some oddments here. As I go further down, I don't want the bigger pieces like so, because they're going to stick right out. So I'm trying to go smaller in size, something like that. That's that. So you'll do the same around here. If I can see, I will have a look properly, guys. And I've also, while I was looking, I spotted it just here, just something smaller, because there's a gap there. So let me just turn that again. Oops. How near. And then I want something what's got one leaf. That's got one leaf. And I'm going to have a look. So I've just spotted this is my oddments bunch. I don't want to be using fresh bunches. I've just spotted that. So if I've got that there, I want one there as well. So what we've got there, 1, 2, and then that came out of there. That's just not staying in place. it will do once we've glued it. And I may put a couple at the top. Let's have a look. Got one long one there. We'll put two small ones at the top. So I'm going to just start at the bottom, guys, while I'm looking at it, and I'm bringing the white around the back and the second level. I call it the second level because we've got that quite a few different layers, so I go in levels. So this is between the back and then on the second level. So that's behind. I'm just swapping from one side to the next so I don't lose where I am. See behind, yeah, behind the feather. I tend to do that as well. I will spot something that it's around or behind, like you've just heard me say, behind the feather. So then when I'm placing them back in, after I've got put glue on, I know where I were. I will sort that feather out because that's sticking back a bit too much. Give a bit of white there, a little bit of white here as well. And then these two, I'm going to put either side there. I can just one there. And there, let me alter this. Right, I'm not going to add any more in. I think that's more than enough to say it was just a small 18, was it 18? Yeah, 18-inch swag. It's now looks like it was bigger. By all the elements that we have inserted into it. to give it that fullness. Let me just move that aside and just clear my mat. Sorry about this, guys, but like the lady was saying, I'm very tidy. I can't help myself. It's my mum's fault. She was like a sergeant major or a colonel or I don't know. So here now we have our finishing swag in silvers and white with grey added in. Not really too much foliage. We've got in our conifer, this is in the colour green, our sage, our tarrogan and our pine needles, and just the odd little bit of filler foliage that I'd got, some little bits and bobs in my bag, but that is it in the colour green. Oh, and the fiddlehead fern. In the white we've got the willow. We've not got anything else in white in the foliage. In the silver foliage we've got the eucalyptus, we've got the fern. Was that it, guys? So that, yeah, looking from the back, that's it that we had in the silver. And then we just added a few little whimsical things like the white pampas grass, these little spiky grass with the balls on, and our beautiful ice skating boots. And then we added obviously our floral, which is just the poinsettias in the white, the lovely velvet grey, and then the glittered silver ones. And that really is that. We've just dotted it about and put a bit of, I don't know what that is. One moment, that'll bug me. I don't want that on there. It's got a bit of glue on. We've dotted it around, gave it a little bit of a, you know, volume to lift it up and just to make it look like it's really exceptionally full, lots to see. And I think it looks beautiful. I say that about everything because I just like everything in my house, me. I can't help myself. It's like the, oh, it's up there. The Rudolph we did yesterday. I'm going to get another one of those and that's going in my house. I can't help myself. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope if you know, you've got a small or even, I've done it before when I've been practicing on a swag that I've had a long time. It's not very fluffy. It's quite thin. So I've just added a little bit extra from a garland, or if you've got another swag what's in the same condition, double them up. If you haven't got a garland, place one on top of the other, so you've got more there as well. And just add nice bows and in your colour of your choice, and something sparkly if you like that sort of thing, and have fun, guys, and enjoy everything that you do, because I love doing swags. I really do. I think out of wreaths and swags is my favourite. It really is. So please subscribe, share and like, guys, and give it a go. Find any little bit of ornamental thing, even if you've only got one, you know, or even two like I have. Pop it in, you know, if it goes with the scheme that you're doing. Give it a bit of interest by adding things like that. So it's, people look at it and see it's, you know, they'll notice it. And if you don't want a bow, you don't need to put a bow in, guys. You could just have flowers and foliage. There's nothing wrong with that. They're all beautiful, and I'm sure you all do a fabulous job. So keep up your creative work, guys. I know you can do it, and I know you're all still climbing that ladder. I'm surprised you're not all there by now. Some people are telling me that they're not quite, they wish they could do what I do. You can do what I do. Everybody can do it. Just keep practicing, guys, and I'm sure to God you will be there before you even know it. In fact, I bet if I saw some of your pictures, guys, you'll be there. You'll be there, because I know you're all wonderful at it. Whether it's for a hobby, just for yourselves, family and friends, or even to sell. Enjoy. So I'm going to get going now, guys. So again, thank you so much for your wonderful and beautiful comments that you've sent me. I really, really am appreciated by them all. And it's very heartwarming and touching. And have a wonderful day, even though it's not so wonderful here. But you make it what it is. I love you all, guys. And remember to press that subscribe button and share. And have a great day. God bless and take care. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Right, let's start. Oh my goodness, I've turned it around. It's your fault, Marley. So, that is our swag. I noticed on the camera you couldn't really see it as I got to it. But that is our swag. We'll start from the top. And that's what we have at the top with the feather, the poinsettia, the sage leaves, the pine needle, the little, well, you see the little polystyrene glittery ball with the thin grasses for wispy bits, the fiddlehead fern or dusty twine fern, your tarrogan, your lovely bow where it's got the little silver poinsettia inside, your ice skating boot there, your beautiful grey poinsettia as well, and then your white ones hidden under there, and then you've also got your sage leaves, like the texture of the, oh my gosh, lamb's ear. And again, just these little, where are they gone? See, I can't even see them now. Oh, here, just these little rubbery extras added in. And then your beautiful, if we see it here, glittery fern as well. Your silver eucalyptus also. And just some odd filler foliage there, which is slightly waxed and dusty, just added in also. So I hope you had a wonderful time, guys. I hope you're all going to give it a go. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.